nice, well-rounded start. Twitch. The recording starts now. Wow, this camera's slow. A little bit of an issue. Nothing too serious. Um, Twitch is live. YouTube's live. The audio is fixed. Thank God. I was having a heart attack over that last time. So confused. I just needed to update the firmware. So the microphone is. It's a Blue Yeti. It sounds like a Blue Yeti. It's not bad. And yeah, I think that's about it. I doubt anyone has joined yet, which is perfectly fine anyway. Um, the recording has started, so therefore I have a VOD ready for YouTube. I'll upload it to YouTube after, even though it's going to be live right now. Unfortunately, I didn't save my Smackdown VOD from last time, my Smackdown stream. Or I take that back, my Raw stream. My Raw stream's audio was messed up and I did not save it. Rookie mistake on my part. That's just how it is, I guess. Like, what are you going to do about it, I guess? I mean, it happens. It's just a first world streamer problem. Or streamer problem, if you want to call me that yet. Probably not. But yeah, anyway, let's get this started. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mycadelic. This is my third WWE review. This is the Smackdown 6, I believe. 6, 7. Yes, today is June 7th. Today is June 7th, 2024. And this is the Smackdown episode. And let me tell you, very impressed. A lot better than actually the first one that I did, the first review. That one was so-so. I wasn't a huge fan of that episode. It was fine. This episode I'm a fan of, and I can't wait to get into it. For everyone watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like about the stream, and of course, about SmackDown or WWE in general. Throw whatever you want in there. Just don't be a dick, Just don't be a dick in the comments. That's all. That's all it takes, Just, I don't know, be a good person and comment. And if you're on Twitch, thank you for watching live. On YouTube, thank you for watching live as well. I just slapped the hell out of my microphone. But thank you for watching. It means a great deal to me. I've gained about 2 or 3 subscribers since my first review. And that was SmackDown, where the audio was good. Raw audio wasn't good. This SmackDown review is back to being good, if not better than the first one. So I just want to say thank you all. You helped me gain a few subscribers along the way. It really does mean a lot. This is just a hobby for now. I would love to turn this into a career if you would let me. In the foreseeable future, I don't know. I would hope so. If not, it is what it is. I'm having fun doing this. I hope you're having fun watching me. And that's all I gotta say. So that's enough of my rambling. Let's get right into it. So today is June 7th, 2024. And this is my SmackDown review. They were at the KFC Center, or the KFC Yum Center in Kentucky. Did not put down which city in Kentucky. I'm sorry, Kentucky. I apologize profusely. Oh my goodness, I'm smacking my microphone. I apologize profusely, KFC. I know Colonel Sanders will probably show up to my house with a drumstick, and I don't want to know what he's gonna do with it. A little sus. Oh, also, let me know if you like the new overlay. Shout out to Streamlabs. I enjoyed it. It's kind of a vibe. It's like a sleepy time vibe. Anyway, getting right into it. So, the show kicks off with the anointment of Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa being the newest member of the Bloodline ever since he... What did he get involved in? I believe it was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Solo and Tama Tonga. And Tonga Loa has been officially anointed. Well, in the beginning of the show. Let me actually get to that. Let's see. So, Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman and Tama Tonga Loa, they all walk out. And I'm not even going to lie to you. Solo has drip today. He ditched that whack red shirt, just threw it on black, and now he looks 10 times better. That's how you fix an entire change. That's how you go from like low level like Batman villain to like high tier Spider-Man villain. If you catch my drift, it's just much better drip. That's all it is. Paul Heyman gets to the ring. He does his introduction saying, "My name is Paul Heyman," and before you know it, the chants, "We want Roman." Now, for the longest time, Roman Reigns being the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. Oh my goodness, I was a little tired of it, and I did go to WrestleMania 40, night two, and I got to see Cody finish the story, and it was one of the top 10 nights of my life so far. I mean, I'm only 20. However, that was a feel good moment. Seeing the American Nightmare finally avenging his father for what the WWF did to him in the past, the wrongdoings. He rewrote the wrong by finishing the story in Philly. And it was really heartwarming and just overall, just in the feels. Also, I did feel for Roman because he really, what a historic reign. There's nothing gonna be like that for a long time, I would think, unless they do some really, really high level multi-year storytelling. I doubt it's gonna get to Roman Reigns level because he knocked it out of the park for all that time. Did it slow down in parts of those? Absolutely. During parts of his multi-year long story, it definitely slowed down. It definitely waned a little bit in the middle and a little bit later. But when it waxed, aka when it rose, like with the Sami Zayn storytelling, like absolutely just amazing. Amazing. I couldn't ask for anything else. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Late era Vince booking, absolutely terrible in my opinion. I think everyone probably knows that by now. However, he was in that boardroom. I give him credit there. Otherwise, Vince, you're a piece of garbage. I hope you rot. Enjoy your billions of dollars knowing that you're one of the worst people, one of the worst famous people, I should say. Just in general. I don't like you. Not that you're watching this or even care. Screw you, Vince. Anyway, let's get down to it. So Paul Heyman says he must set the record straight. Until Roman Reigns comes back, Solo Sikoa sits at the head of the table. It is confirmed. Solo Sikoa Solo Sikoa is the new leader of the bloodline until Roman comes back. I don't think it's going to work out that way, and I think everyone else already thinks it's not going to work out that way. Think about it. You think Solo's going to give that up willingly? Do you think Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa are easily going to side to Roman, someone who they haven't even had a relationship with yet, other than being cousins? Just absolutely insane. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it that they're going to give it up. I believe that long term, at least long term, Roman will have the Usos by his side at one point to take on Solo Sikoa and the Gorillas of Destiny. Or Divinity. I'm sorry. I don't watch New Japan, but please bear with me. Anyway, I believe that's what's going to happen eventually. I could be very wrong. I could be far off. However, that sounds creative, and I would love it. I would love to see it. And this is where I put in quotations. Roman is definitely coming back as a mega face. I don't know if it's going to happen automatically, but when he does, he is going to be over, just like when he started up the tribal chief gimmick. Absolutely. Let's see here. So, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, they get new nicknames. Tama Tonga is the new right-hand man. Brand new right-hand man. Just like Jey Uso was. Y'all know how that went. And then we get the nickname of infamous Tonga Loa. Okay. I'm not a huge fan. I hope they just don't throw them in quotations like Big Bronson Reed, or I find that cringe, but that's just me. Anyway, Paul Heyman is forced to thank Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga from saving Heyman from Kevin Owens from last week. Last week they jumped him. Or Kevin Owens was about to jump Paul Heyman. He wasn't going to attack him. Paul Heyman was going to get out scratchless. They took it the other way. They said otherwise, and they went right after him, and they beat down Kevin Owens. So Paul Heyman is forced by Solo Sikoa to thank Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Let's see. All of a sudden, you hear that classic. At this point, it's a modern classic KO theme. It hasn't changed yet, thankfully. Def Rebel, don't you fuck it up. Anyway, Tama Tonga. What am I doing talking about Tama Tonga? Tama Tonga, he's cool. Whatever. He's a psychopath. Anyway, you hear Kevin Owens' music come out. The music hits. I mean, he wraps up his hands. He has the tape on his wrist. He wraps it up, and then he charges the ring alone for whatever reason. I don't know why you would do that. And then he gets jumped in a 3-on-1. He starts clearing house at first, but it's a 3-on-1. So who comes to save him? The Street Profits. Ford and Dawkins, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, have been killing it recently. They haven't had much direction so far. However, they've been absolutely killing it. Especially Dawkins. Dawkins has stepped it up a notch. Montez is already up here. And for a while, it felt like Dawkins was right here. But now, as the weeks go on, slowly, I believe I said this last week, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford have both the equal opportunity to become single superstars in the near or late future. Maybe Dawkins a little bit later, but for Montez, he's ready to go. Dawkins, honestly, he's ready to go as well. Maybe not as great as Montez on the mic, but he can go, and he showed that by tonight's performance in the ring. But we'll get to that later. Anyway, they come in, they face them, and KO and the Profits, they clean house. They drive away Solo, the Tongas, and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman having an anxiety attack as usual, because that's what Paul Heyman does. And that's it for that segment. I mean, enjoyable. I mean, I think we know where this is going. We'll probably get KO versus Solo, and then Guerrillas of Destiny, I believe that's their name, or their New Japan name, versus the Profits. Maybe at Clash, maybe on Smackdown, in Glasgow. We'll see. Glasgow. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this pronunciation. I should know this. I'm part Scottish and Irish and English, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so after that, they go to the commercial. They come back to Sola irate with Heyman, saying, "Go get me a 6-man tag match tonight with the Bloodline versus KO and the Profits." And later in the show, we find out it's confirmed. But it's confirmed. Anyway, here comes the entrance of Bianca and Jade. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, women's tag team champions. And tonight they were facing Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have looked absolutely fantastic out in the ring. Their aura is off the charts, especially with Jade. I mean, Bianca's had it, but Jade's, although new to WWE, it's still there. And it's absolutely amazing how fast the fans have taken to Jade Cargill. Because she really is like that. Just aura. Anyway, Indy and Candice come out, and I feel negative aura. I feel like they balanced out to just being neutral, and it's sad. Indy Hartwell has never really had the look or the aura, in my opinion. I think she's okay in the ring for what she does. And I just feel terrible for Candice LeRae, because Candice LeRae on the independent scene was an absolute monster. Casually fighting Cedric Alexander, taking lumbar checks like it was nothing, like it was But I'm feeling negative aura because they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make you the generic heel." Like, there's nothing that interests me about Candice LeRae right now. Nothing. The way I I highly doubt seeing the way, considering DIY is face. Shiiy, which is Candice and Indy, I call them Shiiy. They are heels. They're definitely heels. And then Austin Theory aiming to be a babyface soon. We'll get to that soon. But anyway, as the match just starts, they lock up Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, Zoe Starks, and Shayna Baszler. All four of them make their way to the ring. And it seems like Isla Dawn finally got a tan. Thank God. Isla, I love you. I love your in-ring work. Isla, very, very slept on. Very, very good looking, of course, but wow. She got a tan, which shocked me. And Zoe, Shayna, they're out there. Shayna and Zoe are looking like a better women's tag team by the week. It's just their shoot style, MMA background, like everything about it fits. It feels like Ronda and Shayna again, except it's Shayna and Zoe. Except this time, it's not as obnoxious because Ronda isn't running her mouth. Shout out to Ronda though; she did a good job for what she did. However, I didn't like it because all she did was run her mouth. I'm just talking about promo wise too. I'm not talking about outside the ring stuff, but like, just Ronda, I never got it. And Ronda Rousey's first run with the company, I enjoyed. When she came back, I was just like, just took a nosedive for me. That's how I feel. Anyway, right after locking up, Bianca hits Candice LeRae with a standing moonsault. Candice is able to tag in Indy and clocks Bianca with a clothesline. It looked hella stiff. I hope Indy didn't get in trouble for that because she really stiffed her with a clothesline. It was across the chest, but still, it looked heavy, heavy hitting. Anyway. And then hits a tag assisted splash with Candice. Indy picks up Candice with a glam slam and then slams her on to Bianca. And then we go to commercial. After commercial, Indy and Candice hold control until Jade is hot tagged and mows through Shiiy. Absolutely clocks both of them, runs right through them. Candice saves Indy from a pin from Jade. And then obviously Candice LeRae gets booted out of the ring by Bianca. And then Indy gets comboed with Bianca and Jade's tag finisher, which is that I believe it's the is it the code breaker into the German? It's something around those lines. It looks good. I can't hate on it. It looks like a cool move. Anyway, the women's tag champs, without a surprise at all, they win. They made Indy Hartwell eat a turnbuckle and then hit her with the move for the match. So then after the match, at ringside, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they clear the tag champs, and then they meet Zoe Stark and Baszler in the ring. They fight. I was expecting them to form an alliance for now, but no, they get right into it. They fight. Then the tag champs from behind clear house and hold the titles, hinting at a possible multi-team tag match. And I was right in thinking that, because later in the night, it is confirmed that it's a 3-team women's tag match for the NXT for the women's tag team championship. So I called that. I don't want to toot my own horn. I mean, I think we all saw where it was going, so it's fine. Anyway, after that, Cody gets to talk to Nick Aldis. Cody says someone's going to get hurt tonight, and it's not going to be him. And that Nick Aldis should stay out of this because it is between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. Anyway, Cody does that for a few segments, just pacing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, basically waiting for AJ Styles to come back after he got hit with a brutal Styles clash off the steel steps from last week. He's pissed. He wants revenge. Anyway, so, and then all of a sudden, shockingly, Apollo Crews gets to talk into a microphone? Since when? No, you want to talk about talent. You talk about Apollo Crews. That's someone who they gave him a little push during the pandemic era, made him full blooded Nigerian, and then had Commander Aziz with him. And bad times, bad times. Look, Apollo Crews was Intercontinental Champion. Crazy to think about. And you know what? The gimmick didn't fit him, but Apollo Crews being Apollo Crews, that's what I like about him. Just strong, pretty pretty bland baby face, but he can talk into a mic. And he was supposed to be fighting Garza, which also confused me. I'm like, he's getting a singles match on TV? And that's where it happened. Legado del Fantasma jumps Apollo backstage. And that's it. And Nick Aldis was there. And obviously when Legado left, LA Knight pulled up with extra hair gel in his hair, asking where Logan Paul is. Nick Aldis appropriately replies by showing Logan Paul in this Tetris tournament. Since when was he in a Tetris tournament? I don't know. I don't follow Logan Paul, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But so Logan Paul wasn't there tonight. He was at a Tetris tournament. I don't know if he won or not. Don't at me. So who comes scurrying along? The newest member of the Smackdown roster, Carmelo Hayes, calls out LA Knight, talking about, oh, you're trash talking to someone who's not even here. Yeah. I mean, that's LA Knight, yeah. But Nick Aldis, he's like, you know what? You tonight in the ring. Mello is like, I don't think I like that. And you know what? Too bad, because it's already happening. Good segment. And then from out of nowhere, we get a Gargano singles match on SmackDown versus Grayson Waller. Ciampa defeated Austin Theory after Austin Theory lost his focus when Waller was talking about how essentially he made Austin Theory who he is and how popular he is today. Technically cost him the match because Ciampa rolled his ass up 1, 2, 3. And that was it for Austin Theory. So tonight we had Gargano versus Waller. Ciampa was wearing just a generic SmackDown shirt tonight. I don't know if his luggage got stolen or got lost in the flight. I know it happens to a lot of superstars. I hope you found your gear, Ciampa. I hope so. Because just the basic SmackDown tank top, I'm like, it doesn't really fit. But I mean, that's the least of my concerns tonight. Anyway, match starts with Gargano chopping the crap out of Waller. I mean, you already see the welts. Like 10 seconds in, Gargano just straight chops to the chest. Anyway, they brawl for a little bit. Gargano gets distracted by Theory. He gets distracted. He gets clocked. Waller goes for his rolling stunner finisher or signature. I believe it's his finisher. Hits him with the finisher, or he tries to. Missteps. Gargano hits him with a backdrop suplex. If not, almost a German. Give him a lot of credit. Gargano's a cruiserweight. Waller's light heavyweight. I give him a lot of credit. Anyway, and that's where it goes to commercial. And then after commercial, we see Gargano hitting a diving spear onto Waller. Waller randomly gets back up and hits Gargano with an electric chair belly to back suplex. Never seen that in my life. It looked good. I can't complain. But I was just like so confused because I'd never seen that move before. Very creative of Waller. As annoying as Waller is, even just as a heel, he's still a great wrestler with a lot of potential, of course, to grow. Still. Anyway, Gargano crazily kicks out. Waller tries to get him on he throws Gargano on the top rope, trying to hit maybe a superplex. Gargano counters it into like this halfway twisted Canadian destroyer from out of nowhere. It's like, what was that? It looked brutal. It looked great, but it looked brutal. And then Gargano hits a suicide dive onto Theory. So what happened? He was about to hit it on Waller. So Grayson Waller, like the good friend he is, pulls Theory into the crossfire, and, and we watch Theory get slapped up against the announce table as Gargano hits him with a suicide dive, and Gargano's looking down like, I didn't mean to hit you. Like it was just so hilarious. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. And then automatically, Waller gets the advantage, blindsides Gargano after pulling him in, throws him back into the ring, and hits him with another finisher, which is like a flipping unprettier. Like, I don't know, Gargano was like hunched over, and then it was essentially a kill switch, like a flip into a kill switch. Looked good, 1, 2, 3. Gargano lost. I hate to see it. Gargano's one of my favorite wrestlers, but Waller had it tonight, and there was no denying it. This match, great match. I can't hate. As we know, Waller and Gargano work great with each other. We've seen it in their NXT matches. We've seen it in their storyline in NXT. I can't hate on it. It's good. This is leading to DIY going on the Grayson Waller effect. Next Sunday. What am I talking about? Not next Sunday. Next Friday, I should say. Yes, next Friday. They'll be heading next Friday on the Grayson Waller effect. Anyway, great. And this is where I said, Theory getting a face turn soon, in quotations. We've already heard the dirt sheets, and of course, they're not always reliable. They never are. But for a while, we've been hearing that Austin Theory doesn't come off as a genuine heel. He's just not that good at it. So I think they're about to bring a babyface Austin Theory into the limelight sooner rather than later. And I can't wait for it, because Austin Theory as a face, it's been a hot second. It has been a hot second. I believe since The Way, which was heel then turned face. It was a weird time. Pandemic era was a weird time. Anyway, Aldis finally tells Cody Rhodes that AJ Styles is pulling into the building as a whole bunch of security surrounds Cody as AJ Styles is let into the building. Okay, and come back from commercial, and Cody blows right past security, marches to the ring, and calls out AJ Styles. AJ Styles comes out with his Def Rebel theme. It's terrible. I hate it, but it's whatever. So AJ pulls up with the Good Brothers. I guess the OC is back on speaking terms, other than maybe Mia Yim. Or Mi Chin, sorry. I know that means crazy in Korean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't speak Korean. I'm sorry, Mi Chin. I hope Keith Lee's doing well. Anyway. Yeah, AJ Styles pulls a Dave Bautista, and one of his first lines says, "Give me what I want. Give me what I want, Cody. Give me what I want, Cody." And once he said that, all I heard is, "Give me what I want. Give me what I want now." Just Batista going ape mode. That's all I remember. Just going absolute primate mode. Anyway, Cody does his spiel. AJ's like, I want a shidle. I want a shot at your title at Clash at the Castle. And Cody says, you know what? You're on. But I'm going to make you say what you should have said last week. I quit. We are getting an I quit match at Clash at the Castle for the title between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. Wow. I'm ready. Look, I'm ready. Look, AJ still has it. AJ's beating the washed allegations. Cody's about to beat the bad title holder allegations. It's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be absolute cinema, and I'm ready for it. Anyway, this is where it's announced once again. The tag team triple threat for women's tag titles at Clash at the Castle is announced, and I put it in quotations again. Called it, but that's stupid, and that doesn't matter. Anyway, LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes. I mean, they get to the ring, and just right off the bat, Melo wails on LA, almost getting DQ'd off rip, getting to the count of 4 in the corner. LA Knight shrugs off the Irish whip Melo sends at him and gets thrown to the outside. Melo then drags LA to the outside. Oh, no. Melo is dragged to the outside as Melo's head is bounced off the announce table like a basketball. I do remember that. LA Knight, I mean, he's been doing it on the live circuit against Solo Sikoa before Solo became the head of the table, apparently. He would just bounce his head off the announce table saying, yeah. And that's what he did to Melo tonight. I mean, it was cool. It looked brutal. And LA Knight then slams Melo's back off the announce table as we go to commercial. After commercial, Knight and Hayes trade blows as Melo gets overconfident, runs into a clothesline. Huge clothesline. And then he retreats to the corner where LA Knight gives him those yeah boots, essentially stomping a mud hole, but just saying yeah after each kick. Look, it pops the crowd and it doesn't look bad, so I'm not mad at it. As Melo is in a daze, Melo somehow recovers quick enough to hit a super kick and then a spinning hurricanrana. Like if you remember the Sin Cara tilt-a-whirl armbar, he did hit a tilt-a-whirl. Melo hit a tilt-a-whirl face buster or something. It's hard to describe, honestly. I mean, it was cool looking. Anyway, get a mean chop from Melo. Knight shrugs it off. He returns the favor and chops him to the ground. He misses the Megastar elbow. LA Knight and trade blows once again as Knight hits Melo with a power slam. Then the Megastar elbow connects. He sets him up for the BFT. Melo then fails at rolling him up after a failed BFT. And all of a sudden, LA Knight flips the script on him and rolls Melo up for the 1-2-3, giving LA Knight the win tonight. LA Knight not very happy. Anyway, LA Knight said, if you're not going to come to SmackDown, I'll bring the SmackDown to you. Whatever that means. He's probably going to invade his house, multi-million-dollar house. Probably pull up on his dog. I hope he still has a dog. I know the other one got ate by a coyote. Sorry. But and his African gray parrot, we'll see. We'll see what happens. As we get backstage, Tiffany runs into Nia Jax and says, I got your back. I am the princess of WWE, and you are the queen, and I have your back. And Nia shrugs it off like, oh, okay. So Nia may be considering that. Maybe she's not. Maybe she just might shrug it off. Who knows? We'll have to see in due time. Anyway, Michin runs into Nia. Tiffany walks away. Michin runs into Nia again, and they get into a small brawl before getting broken up. And when I mean quick, I mean it was quick. Michin, I think she threw a cup of ice at her. And then Nia throws the table at her, but then trips and falls. Another pretty funny segment. Thank you, Nia. You have a lot of hilarious moments. I greatly appreciate it. And it's broken up real fast. So I believe we're getting that next week. We're getting Michin versus Nia. Michin's about to get fed to Nia. I just have the feeling. So then we are told that it's Bayley versus Piper at Clash of the Castle. They might have announced this last week. I might have forgotten. I feel bad. I'm sorry. So anyway, all's normal. Bayley comes out and says she steps into unfamiliar territory by facing Piper Niven for the first time ever. And Bayley was about to go into her lengthsome career. Then here comes Chelsea Green and Piper. Chelsea calls Bayley a loser and her fans losers and everything she's done in the near past loser activity. Bayley acknowledges that Piper Niven is a lackey, and I hate it because I know Piper Niven has more, and so does Bayley. Bayley knows she's more than just a lackey. But Bayley respects Piper and knows what it means to have all that pressure on your shoulders in your hometown / country. And sometimes you might lose. And that's what Bayley does. It's a little soft flex, a little light flex. Flexes on her saying, hey, I'm going to beat you at Clash of the Castle. And as Chelsea's yammering on, talking about her, Piper Niven grabs the microphone. Dewdrop grabs the microphone. I hate to dead name her. Happy Pride Month. I hate to dead name her. But Piper Niven finally gets the mic. And Piper talks a little shit. And honestly, a great women's wrestler promo. Like, I haven't seen one this good since maybe, I don't know, Jade Cargill's introduction. It's crazy. It was crazy. It was short, but it was crazy good. Because Piper let everything off her chest. And Bailey was like, I know what it means to be you. I know what I know. And then Piper says, you don't know what it means to be me. And it's like, Scottish accent is strong. I mean, it's clear as day. Piper calls herself a trailblazer, fighting everywhere. Europe, Mexico, Japan. She's done it all on the indies as Piper Niven. Plain and simple. Europe, like I said, Europe, Japan, Mexico, possibly South America. You never know. But wrestlers go everywhere. And essentially, Piper says, I've been in the WWE system since 2018, and I believe that's true because she started out on NXT UK, and then she's only clawed her way from the top. She didn't mention the whole Eva Marie lackey dewdrop thing, thank God, because what a terrible time in booking history. Vince, what were you thinking? Anyway, as we keep moving on, she still says, you know nothing about me, Bailey. Essentially, she keeps going, and Piper says she's been doing this since 2008. She's like, I've been stepping in those ropes between you even had the dream of it. And I'm like, ooh. Good promo work from Piper Niven. Give me more. Give me more. I don't want to hear Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's kind of corny. Funny, but kind of corny. Anyway, that's the end of the segment as Piper and Chelsea walk off with Piper's music hitting, which means Piper got the upper hand in that promo, and she absolutely did. We get a pre-recorded video from Logan Paul talking shit from LA, from Los Angeles to LA Knight. A few Logan Paul things that Logan Paul says is, take off the Temu sunglasses, you're nothing but a catchphrase and a denim jacket, and I'm going to send you back to the mid-card where you belong. Wow, great way of keeping kayfabe, Logan. It's dead, but whatever, it's fine. Good promo work from Logan. He knows how to trash talk. It's simple. It's corny, but he's good at it. I give him that. Anyway, Naomi in a fruit roll-up outfit. I'm sorry, it looked like a fruit roll-up. I had to put that in there. Challenges Chelsea Green to a match next week, and all disapproves. And that's that. It was quick and simple, painless. And just like that, we are into our main event of The Bloodline versus KO and the Profits. Beginning of the match, Angelo Dawkins lets out a vicious attack against Tama Tonga. Ford tags in, hits rapid shoulder checks into the corner. Tama Tonga counters, tags in Tonga Loa. Senton tags out. Solo wipes Ford off the apron and sweeps his leg. I just rapid fired that. And then they go to commercial. After commercial, Solo hits a Samoan drop on Ford. KO and Dawkins rally the crowd. Meanwhile, Ford is struggling in the ring. It didn't really help him out at all. Solo tags in Tonga Loa. Loa hits Ford with a slam and a running seated clothesline. That looked good. It looked nasty. Anyway, Tama Tonga yeets himself out the ring. I just had to throw in yeet because, of course, after running like a madman, he tried running the ropes like Braun Breaker, and he just slid out like an idiot. It was pretty funny, but that's his whole thing. He's like the rabid coyote jackal of the group, I guess. Anyway, with that being said, with that opportunity, Montez makes the hot tag to KO. KO drops the newly tagged in Solo Sikoa and hits him with a cannonball senton. KO hits the center on Solo and then gets ripped off after Tonga Loa drags KO to the outside. As they all brawl, Ford from the top turnbuckle clears everybody except Solo Sikoa, who was not there. And so as Montez Ford is about to get back in, and so is KO, you kind of, in my opinion, you kind of ruined the main event. Why? You end it in a DQ. Now, not all DQs are bad, and this one wasn't terrible. I just didn't like it. Solo Sikoa grabs a chair and smashes it across Kevin Owens' back and Montez Ford. And then just like that, the Bloodline clear house. It's as simple as that. It's the beginning of the end. The match is already over. The Bloodline tears apart Angelo Dawkins in the ring. Then they move on to Ford. Solo Sikoa nails Ford with a spear. They move on to KO, and they hit the triple power bomb on KO through the announce table. The Bloodline throws up the ones as SmackDown goes off air. What a show. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's already a major improvement from last week's SmackDown. Maybe it's because I have a little bit more energy. Who knows? But overall, a good showing. A good show. Look, the Paul Levesque booking is there, and I'm loving it. It's not always perfect, of course. Same thing with Shawn Michaels. Same thing with, especially with Tony Khan. I will get to review AEW soon. I don't know about NXT. I'm still on the fence, even though NXT looks like it's about to pop off. We'll see with the reviews. I'll see with my schedule, because I'm still employed. I'm still employed. But after all, I'm excited. I'm excited for Raw. I'm excited for Clash next week. I'm pumped. I mean, there's no way around it. I'm excited. And I hope you are too. Anyway, we're about to hit 41-minute mark. Overall, good show. I'll give it an 8.7 out of 10. That might be a little high for a lot of people, but I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show. I was never really bored. All the matches were good. Seeing Apollo Crews on my television screen is shocking. B-Fab was also there. She still doesn't really do anything yet. We'll talk about that another time. And Cody, everything's set up for Clash for SmackDown. On Raw, we'll probably get one final go-around of all the matches that it's going to happen at Clash for the Raw superstars. And then SmackDown before Clash, we'll get every announcement from there. And I'm excited. I'm actually excited. If you're on YouTube watching the VOD, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to review AEW, if you want me to review NXT. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know your opinions. Let me know if the overlay's fine. I know the camera's not great. It's the laptop camera. It's not good. I'm not going to change my mic. This is the best mic I'll probably get with the budget that I have. But overall, good show tonight. Like I said, it was like an 8.4, and I hope to see more. But that's going to do it for the stream, everybody. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show of SmackDown. I hope you enjoyed my review if you're watching the next day or even later that night. And I hope to see you all later. Thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for the boost in subscribers. As small as it may be, it's still growth, and I greatly appreciate it. I thank you. And that's all I have for tonight. So good night, everyone. Great audience, if you're even there. And I'll see you on Raw. I'll see you on Monday. So good night, everybody. Appreciate it. Wow.